President Trump and his team are going on offense on the Russia investigation, and part of that counterattack is to declare all of it fake news.
The constant barrage of fake news directed at this president probably that has garnered a lot of his frustration. We've been going on this Russia-Trump hoax for the better part of a year now with no evidence of anything. I think you could take it pretty straightforward that this administration disagrees with all of the stories that claim that the president and his campaign colluded with Russia in any capacity. So I think he's been extremely clear that he believes that's a hoax.
Joining me now, Congressman Eric Swalwell of California, member of that House Intelligence Committee. And Congressman, we just got news a few minutes ago, and I don't know how up to date on this you are, that apparently Roger Stone, who is a friend and advisor of the president, once worked for him in certain capacities, is going to be testifying before your committee. What can you tell us about that?
Well, Chris, that is by Roger Stone's own lawyer. Nothing that's been released yet from the House Intelligence Committee. It's no secret that he is an individual who is relevant to this investigation. And once, all documents from him are received, certainly someone we want to hear from. And, Chris, I just want to say we want to proceed as fast as we can to get to the bottom of this, because this has really brought Washington to a halt. The way the president has addressed this investigation, his tone has just torn our country apart. So I think the sooner we tell the American people what happened, who was responsible, and what we can do to make sure it doesn't happen again, the better off the whole country will be.
What do you say? I mean, what do you say to the defenders of the president and Sarah Huckabee Sanders, among others, the president himself, that this has been going on forever and you guys haven't found anything? It's a hoax.
It hasn't been. He has not been in office for much more than 6 months. He's actually just approaching the 6-month march. And to go through the complicated financial transactions to try and track down foreign witnesses over a significant period of time, it takes time. And I'm an impatient person. I want to see all this done yesterday, but I also want to make sure that whatever we report, whether it's in the president's favor or not, that we did a thorough job, that we did it expeditiously, but that it is the final sign-off as to what happened with Russia in the last presidential election.
So there's some news today that really leapt out to me, and it's about Paul Manafort, who used to be the campaign chairman. He was a campaign chairman at a really crucial time around the convention. He's someone that we know has worked for foreign entities, particularly entities allied with Vladimir Putin and the Russian government. Today, a consulting firm led by Paul Manafort retroactively filed forms Tuesday showing that his firm received $17 million over 2 years from a political party that dominated Ukraine before its leader fled to Russia in 2014. This is maybe not the most important part of this, but how long are you allowed to go before you retroactively file as a foreign agent?
That's a lot of money where I come from, and also that's a pattern of this administration. Michael Flynn, as you know, retroactively filed as a foreign agent as well. So again,
for Turkey, we should note, not Russia.
That's right. Yep. That's correct. And here, to be fair to Mr. Manafort, it was with Ukraine, but pro-Russian individuals in Ukraine. So, again, I think just as telling as what individuals did as Russia's interference campaign took place is also what they did once an investigation is launched, and that will also inform us.
But, I mean, I guess my question here is, you can work for a foreign government, work as a foreign agent, and not contemporaneously report, and then 3 years later say that back in 2014, oh, by the by, I happen to be on the payroll of a foreign government?
And again, that is a factor that will go to intent, Chris, and also it tells us and it shines a light on what the relationships were that the Trump team had. And also, Chris, I just want to add, unless we were thoughtful and aggressive with trying to understand the relationships that Donald Trump and his team and his family and his businesses had with Russia and pro-Russia forces, none of this would have happened. Yeah. I promise you, Michael Flynn and Paul Manafort would not have disclosed that they had been working with these groups. It's only because of the attention that has been put forward.
Just disclosed today, $17 million. Not bad. Congressman Eric Swalwell, thank you.
My pleasure.
Still